Okay, I'm telling y'all now, Leos, I don't know who it is that y'all are involved with or who it is that you're dealing with, who you're in a relationship with, who it is that you want to come back, but I'm gonna need y'all to let it go. I'm gonna need y'all to let it go. All the signs are literally there that this is not working out, but yet you keep trying to force it to. And it's given a bit stalkerish, it's given a bit obsession, and it might be time to, if not look at things differently, then move differently.
I feel like I need something. You tried to fight, but you escaped me. My brain is racing for certainty. My heart is racing for clarity.
Okay, so what's going on, y'all? It's Santana, better known as Aubrey, and this is going to be the general love reading for my Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, if you will. Okay, keep in mind this is a general reading, so take what resonates, leave what doesn't. But yeah, if you want to book a personal reading, as the instructions say on screen, you can book a 30-minute or more personal reading on my website, thealigningsouls.com, or if you just want to do like a quickie Q&A, get your feet wet, you can, send the $50, okay? Either way, hit the Cash App, okay? And it's also my birthday month, so definitely hit the Cash App, okay? Yeah, let's go ahead and get into this. Like I said, take what resonates, leave what doesn't, okay? So starting off this love connection, we have the energy round and round. Leos, 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 Leos. You've been through this before. You've been through this before. And the definition of insanity is to keep doing the same thing over and over, expecting different results. Okay. This is the spiral quality of events when a lesson isn't quite integrated or cycles that you're challenged to break, revisiting a pattern from a new perspective. So, are you wondering, how did I get here again? Does something feel familiar right now in your dynamic with others? Maybe a little too familiar? Well, don't be surprised that you found yourself repeating an old story with the same sort of person who may not look familiar or similar, but who attracted you because of your easy acquaintance with his or her qualities. Your relationship is a mix of what is good and what is potentially challenging, but you've been drawn to this person throughout the perfection of Spirit's plan for your evolution. So you may have circled back to an accustomed spot, a familiar place, but that's fine. As you get to do things again, only differently this time, for you learned something of great value since the last time around. How will you choose to behave now that you are aware? Remain curious and stay out of the blame game. Now, Leos, I'm telling y'all right off the bat, it's feeling like, again, you've been here before, you keep hitting this mistake, or this violation keeps coming up because you refuse to learn the lesson. Do you find yourself often getting offended at things or constantly feeling like you're on a defense or constantly feeling triggered? Well, it's likely that you're feeling violated because, again, there is a place where you lack a strong boundary, or there's a lesson that still needs to be learned, or there's some, trauma that still needs to be unpacked and healed. The universe works with you, right? Because life doesn't happen to you, it happens for you. So in that case, the universe matches you with whatever it is that you are an energetic vibrational match for, right? So if you aren't learning certain lessons and integrating it into your life, you're going to keep going through that level until you pass. Like literally, life is like a game of Matrix. Literally, think of it like a video game of Matrix. If you do not pass the level, you cannot move on. It's literally that simple. Except the only difference is that the more times that you go through that level, it starts to look a little bit different. The boss might, appear differently or whatever. It's, still the same type of challenge and lessons, but, the difficulty might change because you're not getting the lesson and it's time for you to. Okay. So it seems to me that in this situation, you are dealing with something where you know better. Your third eye is telling you better. You have suspicions that something isn't right. You have suspicions that something isn't secure or stable, but you might be physically telling yourself something different, right? You might be given into temptation and not really listening to your gut or listening to spirit in the universe in your energetic team. And so you're not really relying on faith to help you through. Okay. So the way that you're feeling in this connection, we have intuition, but we also have death, right? And this is you going through a personal metamorphosis, right? Because death is all about endings, beginnings, change, transformation, transition. It's the end of a cycle, right? So you're going through an end of a cycle where I feel like you're being forced to now start listening to your intuition and start, realizing, okay, this is what it is. This is what it's supposed to be. Okay, these are the red flags. These are, the green flags. And it's all about, you learning yourself and learning what it is that you want and what it is that you need. Some of you are struggling to do this and not really realizing that certain challenges and certain people are brought into your life to bring certain challenges, to force you to have stronger boundaries and to be able to, determine what is a red flag and what isn't. Now, the person that you're dealing with, whoever you're dealing with in this connection, again, they're bringing the obstacles and the challenges when it comes to this love situation, right? Something about the way that they express their love is not necessarily the greatest. And there could be red flags there, right? There very well could be red flags there. Like there's challenges with the way that they express their love to you, right? Like maybe they're not always answering their phone. They're not very communicative, right? Let's say that you're a person who feels like, okay, if I'm going to be in a relationship, I need communication. I need to be able to talk to my person, constantly. So then why the fuck are you entertaining a relationship where you only speak to the person once a week? Huh? Like if you're a person that you feel like, okay, well, I don't believe in 50-50 and I want to be spoiled and I want to be, taken out on a date, then why are you dating people who make you pay for all of the bill or want to go Dutch? You understand what I'm saying? It's like whoever it is that you're dating, there are red flags showing up that you are likely ignoring because you want to stay in love and you want to have something stable. And it's just giving codependent. It's giving codependent. It's giving, I don't want to abandon this because I want, I want something. I want something secure, but it's not really giving that. It's not really giving that. Okay, so in the recent past, you were made aware of something. Okay, in the recent past, there was a tower moment. Okay, I always say get on your shit before shit gets on you. And unfortunately, it got to a point where shit got all over you and you were made aware of something where the universe said, hey, you asked for a red flag or you didn't ask for a red flag, but here it is. Okay, it was like literally a big ass flag that was red. And you might be battling with yourself right now. Like, okay, what do I do with this? How am I supposed to take this? Like, am I supposed to, treat this as a red flag? Yes. Don't overthink it. Don't try and justify it. Don't try to make excuses for it. No, whatever it is that happened, it happened for a reason because it was meant to come into your awareness so you can learn how to start moving differently. That was the universe showing you what it is that you needed to see. Do not try to make excuses for it. Okay. Now, moving forward into the near future, we have fertility, but we also have the lovers. And to me, honestly, I feel like this is more so about you coming into yourself and you knowing yourself. So I do see that this is going to turn out for the better. Okay. Because in order to, be able to show up, 50-50 for somebody else, you have to first be 100% within yourself. And I do feel like, this is representing a start and a change where you're realizing, okay, this is what I want. This is what I deserve. This is where I'm trying to be. You understand what I'm saying? Like the lovers is all about love, harmony, relationships, union, partnerships, sexuality, values. This is about coming into alignment with oneself in order to, not only live out your life and carry out your destiny, but so you can later on be, aligned and good enough for another person. Okay. Now, as far as the outcome, okay, as far as the protection message that we have from Spirit, this is about you moving on. This is simply about you moving on and moving forward. We have the Chariot. And yeah, this is about you staring forward and knowing that everything is going to be okay, that there's going to be, a bit of hurt, a bit of healing that needs to be done. But you already know this. Again, you already know this. There was red flags that showed up that you needed to pay attention to, okay? And so when I say do not make excuses for this, you already know not to, right? The first protection message you have is Treasure Island. Poverty consciousness and a sense of not enough cast a shadow on your path. These ideas and core beliefs come with a high cost. Do you really want to proclaim yourself a victim of disappointment and failed expectations? Or are you avoiding success because you will grow so tall that others will want to cut you down? Or is it possible that you're caught in a fear that you'll lose what you have acquired, so you hold on so tight that you miss the opportunities to expand? Doesn't that sound like you? Let me reread it one more time. Are you avoiding success because you will grow so tall that others will want to cut you down? Or is it possible that you're caught in a fear that you will lose what you've acquired, so you hold on so tight that you miss the opportunities to expand? In other words, why are you holding on to a relationship, to a connection that is weakening you and that is not meant for you, that is toxic for you, when there's so many other opportunities out there? Sometimes you block your own blessings by trying to close the door on a situation when you're supposed to walk out that door into another room. Okay? You know, they say like when one door closes, another opens. Well, you're trying to close the door on the room that you're in when you're not even supposed to be in that room anymore. You're supposed to, the door opened for a reason. You're not meant to close it and try to protect it and keep it shut. You're supposed to walk through the door that's open and go into another room. And you're refusing to do that. So you're staying in the way of your blessings. Okay, you're challenged to change the way you see the world and move from a perception of limitations to a perception of abundance. Okay, take a risk where you have nothing to lose except your confinement in a prison of your own making. Open a door and find the abundance waiting for you to claim it. This really just comes down to your confidence and you feeling like, can I have more than what this is? Stop settling. Stop settling. You've done it before. Where's it got you? And Spirit has made you aware. There's something that has happened recently that should have alerted you to be like, yeah, enough is enough. I'm done. I'm done with this shit. I gotta trust the universe, step out of fear and step into faith. I gotta just put my faith into the universe and put my faith in God. But enough is enough. I gotta put me first. Go back to that situation. Because that situation will literally clear up all the confusion. Okay. And the last message that we have is observer. Okay, the last message that we have is observer. Ever think sometimes your life options are suction cupped to your face and you can't see beyond yourself? There's a big world out there, a multitude of potential realities that you're unable to perceive at the present. So you're a little stuck. It's time to get advice from someone you trust, aka me, okay, book a reading, someone who has a better perspective on your circumstances. Take heart. A beautiful vista is waiting for you to drink it in. You just need a little help widening your scope beyond your small self. And honestly, it really just comes down to you realizing like life is bigger than whatever this little love connection is. And there's 1,000 other people out there. You might feel like, oh, this person is my soulmate. This person is my twin flame. This person is nothing more than someone who was brought into your life to challenge you into growth and into healing. Take the lessons that you've learned, apply, and move on to a new life of blessings. I love each and every one of y'all. Definitely make sure that you go to my website, thealigningsouls.com, to book your personal reading. Or if you just want to get your feet wet, you can send the 50 to Cashapp and we can do a quickie Q&A. Okay? Talk to y'all in the next one.
Tell me what you want to be.